Hey guys, I'm Tila. Welcome to my channel, Life is Beautiful. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, welcome. I hope you enjoy it and click the subscribe button. If you're returning, thanks for checking out my newest video. Today I wanted to talk about the signs in our life, and I'm talking about those little clues that show up anytime change is coming in our life. A lot of times we don't necessarily pay attention to the signs, we don't acknowledge them, we ignore them, or we write them off as a coincidence or think that it's unrelated. But really, those signs are there to offer us a little guidance and a little warning that the change is coming. And the change could be anything, whether it's in your life, if it's in your relationship. Anytime we are forced into change, we always say, oh, I wish I knew that was coming, or I wish I knew ahead of time so I could have better prepared myself. But the thing is, a lot of times the signs are there, but we just don't pay attention, we don't acknowledge them, or like I said, we say, oh, it's a coincidence or it's unrelated. And then in retrospect, then we go, oh, well, I guess I did notice that this sign was there, or I guess I did know, this part was coming, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. So what I try to do, and I try to be more self-aware and pay attention, when those signs show themselves, I try to make a habit of paying attention to them and trusting that they're trying to teach me something or warn me of something that I should be paying more attention to. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background around me and why I think that these signs are so important and why we need to trust that they're there for a reason. I was living in North Carolina, and even though I was trying to continue to put positive energy out in the universe and trying to be happy, I was at a place where I was not happy. I wasn't happy with my career. I wasn't happy with my surroundings and my way of life at the time. And I kept saying that I wanted to change, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do and how I was going to get there. I just knew that I wanted to change. The first sign that I received is I met a lady through work, and we had a random conversation, and I was telling her about wanting to change careers and wanting to find a different career path and finding my purpose. And I kind of described all the things that I really enjoyed about my job and the things that I didn't like about my job, and she actually gave me a suggestion on what she thought would be a good career path for me. So I paid attention and I started doing a little bit more research and, figuring out if that was the right path for me. That was kind of my first sign that a change was coming soon. The second sign that worked for me is that same person, we are having a conversation, and I was telling her, okay, yes, I want to switch my career, but I'm also considering a switch of location. Because where I was, like I said, I was not happy with my surroundings where I was in North Carolina. And so I was considering just moving to a different city within the state. And she asked me, she said, would that move make you happy? And I said, well, I think it'd be a temporary happiness. It's just a change of pace. It would get me out of the situation that I was in. And she asked me, if you could move anywhere and continue on to your new career path, where would you go? And I said, well, I would love to move back to California because I grew up a military kid and I had lived in California previously. And I said, I would love to move back, but I just don't really think it's possible. It's so expensive. And, I just don't think I would be able to have the quality of life that I would want if I moved there and trying to start over in a different career path. And I kind of let that conversation be what it was. There was no solutioning or anything that came out of that. The very next day, I got a call about a job in California. Now, granted, it wasn't necessarily the career that I wanted or the job that I wanted, but the fact that I had a call come the very next day after having a conversation about wanting to move back to California, that was a sign that I needed to explore it more. And while I didn't take that job, I did end up finding a job in California that was on that new career path that I wanted to take, and that paid even more than I even could imagine, so that I could have that quality of life that I wanted. Now, if I had not paid attention to the signs, if I did not trust that they were coming and showing me these things for a reason, I would still be in the situation that I was in. in a place where I'm not happy in my surroundings, I'm not happy in my career, and I just feeling frustrated and stuck. I trusted the signs, I followed through with them, and my change was for the better. And even my cross country move, it fell into place like dominoes because the signs led me down the path that I was meant to go. And I'm not going to get into that about the move. That's another video for another day because there's a lot of information about that. But just knowing that there was a sign and acknowledging it and paying attention to it, I feel helped change my life. So now anytime any situation happens and I feel like there's a sign that's giving me a message that something is coming and that I need to pay attention, I make it a point to trust that sign. And it can apply in any part of your life. Like I said, it could be a relationship. You might be in a relationship and things are not going the way that you would hope that they would be, and you're having all these little signs that are telling you that this is not the relationship that you need to be in, but you're ignoring the signs or you're kind of brushing them off. Pay attention to them, because maybe you're wasting your time with someone that you really should not be with, and you're keeping yourself from something better. So anything in your life, if you notice the signs, don't just write them off. Don't consider it a coincidence. Pay attention to what it's trying to tell you, because I promise you, those lessons and those, man, I wish I knew ahead of time, those signs are usually already there. We just have to acknowledge them and trust them. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learning a little bit more about me. I'll probably tell you guys a little bit more about me as the videos go along, so that you can know more about me and my situation and why I feel my life is beautiful and I'm happy at the place that I am, and all the things that I've done along the way to get here, and that's helped me. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, like it, hit the subscribe button. There'll be plenty more of these to come. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful life.